Yo, what's going on? Welcome back to the North Chat, and man, we gotta talk, bro. Jameson battle. Wow. What did you guys make of that game, bro? That Raptors game. Jameson battle. Fourth quarter, I think he hit four threes in the fourth to ice it out for us.
Didn't miss the whole game.
Didn't miss the
Didn't
whole
miss
game.
a
Hasn't missed
single
all
shot.
season against the Cavs. 10 for 10 in the season.
Something happened
Crazy.
with the Cavs.
Wow, man. Jameson battle, bro. Look, before we go into the game deep, like in like a deeper way, I said it before, bro. You need these kind of players that like out of nowhere, late game, they just not even late game, but every game in a playoff game, you need a certain guy that's not on the scouting report for the other team that just takes over, and just gives you positive minutes. And that's what you got with Jameson battle. But
Yep.
yeah, no, before the game started, what was you guys' like expectations for the game? What did you guys want to see? And yeah, Semo, you want to go ahead, bro?
Well, I thought we're gonna win, honestly.
Yeah,
First game home, first playoff game in like
right.
4 years.
First, here, I got a stat for you before we continue. This is the first playoff win in Toronto since Game 5 of 2021 against the Sixers. Because I don't know if
2022.
you guys remember 2022. Yeah. Um, we were down 3-0, and then we came back, won two games, and then we lost. But I believe Game 5 was on at home, and then we won. So like that was the
No, game
last.
five was on the road.
Okay, so Game 4 we won. That was at home. So it's been 3 years since we got a playoff win at home. How excited does that make you guys? How are we feeling about that?
It's been too long, man.
It's been too long for sure.
I don't
Yep.
even care.
Been a long
I don't
time.
even like. I'm not trying to act like we're like I don't want to sound super impatient, but like
Nah,
even
nah.
three,
Listen,
four
bro.
years is a long time.
I don't think anyone who watches basketball and understands the sport, like on a deeper level, will call any Raptors fan impatient for wanting to actually win games. Cause like, bro, even if you were
Right.
thinking about it, the teams that rebuild, like let's in the past like maybe 10 years, you got the Wizards, and then you got the Pistons. The Pistons waited, I think, like what? I think they waited like a long time, but like
Waited
we're
a long
not.
time, man.
They waited a long time to get into the playoffs, but we're not that caliber of team, bro. 1995, we were initiated into the league, bro. By 2000, which is like 5, 6 years later, 2000, 2001, we were competing we were contenders, bro, with Vince Carter. And especially that series against the Sixers, where I don't know if you remember, bro, we missed out by one shot. Um,
And we're not
Yeah.
to mention we're 7 years removed from a championship.
7 years.
So
It doesn't feel like
it's
seven
it's
years.
it's
First
not
of all,
crazy to expect
Yeah.
yeah.
success.
Been a long time.
But yeah, let's kind of
Uh,
go a little bit deeper into the game. Semi, I know you were talking about it, so I'll let you continue.
yeah,
Yeah.
before I talk about it, a little fun fact about the first Raptors season is they actually beat the 72-10 Bulls one game. One of the
Yep.
Bulls' 10 losses was against the
Yep.
brand new Toronto
In the
Raptors.
Sky Dome, in the Sky
Yeah,
Dome, bro.
yeah.
In this guy
In the
Wow, that's a throwback right there.
Yeah, I'm not gonna
brought us
lie.
there.
They dropped I think it was on Sportsnet on YouTube. They dropped like a 5-part documentary about how the Raptors um
Won that game.
got introduced. No, no, not won that game, but like they got
I was just
introduced,
playing.
and like 30 minutes of one episode was just about that game alone, bro. It's actually the funniest thing ever.
Yeah, but I was saying like shout out Brandon Ingram for the four fouls to get that one into the game
Yo.
because you know
That might
huge
have been
part
a
of
blessing in disguise, man.
Oh
Holy
my
huge
shit.
part.
God, we got to talk about Ingram, bro, because yeah, what's going on? What's the like? What are we? All of our positive moments in Game 4, no, not Game 4, Game 2, and Game 3 have come with Ingram on the bench. And we look, Game 2 we had positive stints with Pirtle on the bench, but look, he stepped up this game at home, in front of your home crowd. You're supposed to step up. It's supposed to be an easier like environment to play in. And for Pirtle, look, he had 8 points, 4 for 6, 6 rebounds, 2 assists. So like it's not the best game. Like you don't want your starting center to get 6 rebounds for you. You want a little bit more. But look, he's trying to get better. You could see the effort. But with Ingram, me personally, I just didn't see any effort. And yeah, that's where I stand
Yeah,
with Ingram.
he doesn't look very happy out there,
Yeah.
Pirtle. Like you see him going to the bench all miserable, and when they hit a big shot, doesn't really have much of a reaction.
Pirtle or Ingram?
I noticed that. Yeah, I noticed that with him.
Talking about Pirtle or Ingram?
Yeah, well, kind of both of them, but
Oh, okay.
Pirtle for the most part.
Yeah.
I think
Aiden, man.
Ingram. I think
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just gonna get into that same thing. I think Bi, there's just a lot of attention on him, a lot of defensive attention on him. That's why you guys notice. If I mean, if you're watching this game, you notice like he was slipping a ton. Like
Yeah.
he just could
Yeah.
not hold on to the ball, could not stay on his feet. I don't know if it was just the way they were playing him defensively, or if he just was like having an off day. But yeah, it's not really what you want to see from your number one option.
Yeah. No, a little bit more into that. I know like I've kind of been critiquing Ingram, but I do want to say another thing kind of in his favor. This is like the first season he's played more than 70 games since his rookie year, and he's into the playoffs now. And he does seem a little bit sluggish to me. Like if I'm gonna be honest, like when dribbling the ball up, he's just a little bit careless with the ball. It could be a little bit like fatigue getting mixed into it. And that's not an excuse. Obviously, everyone else is also fatigued, but he's not really used to that kind of volume in terms of games played in a season. I believe he played 78 this year, so a lot of the games that we've had this season he's been a part of. So I guess we can give him a little bit of a pass there. But look, you're getting paid $40 million a year. You have a player option with another $41 million a year. You got to step it up, bro. 5 for 9, 9 shots in the game. Game one, he said, "If I get 9 shots, we don't win the game." Game three,
Yeah.
he got 9 shots and we won by
Yeah.
22 points. So
And
I
it's just
guess,
crazy because the game
yeah,
was so close the entire way
yeah,
through, and then just like the Jameson battle run happens, and
yeah.
the whole team responds.
So in the first quarter, we go up six, 31-25. So we have a 6 point lead. Second quarter, they have a 6 point lead, 29-23. So obviously in the halftime, it was 54-54 tie game. We all saw that. And then a very, very close third quarter as well, with the Scotty buzzer beater to kind of give us that 2 point lead. And then the fourth quarter, which, Aiden, I don't know if you remember, but we talked about this. We don't really see this in the fourth. 23-43 fourth quarter for the Raptors. 20-point lead
Yeah,
in the
that's
fourth.
insane.
Big surprise. Big surprise,
Yeah,
bro.
big surprise for sure. And
Especially this season.
yeah, now we can kind of go into that. A big reason for that fourth quarter, uh, like dominance was Jameson Battle. What do you guys think his like impact can be going forward? Can he replicate that? And is it naive to kind of think he can kind of take that next step for us these playoffs? Aiden, you want
Well,
to go
he was
ahead?
getting some great. You go, Aiden.
Yeah, Aiden, go ahead, bro.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I think the number one reason he hasn't seen the floor a lot this season is because of his defense, but I was actually pleased with what I saw defensively from him in this game too, and I think
Yeah.
that's a really underrated part of this game too was he was holding his own.
Yep.
They were doing a good job of keeping him on, smaller players, not let him get switched onto bigs, and he was just holding his own. He's hustling out there.
Yeah.
He was, and then obviously, what he did offensively for us. I don't think honestly naive to think that he can be a factor going forward, like an X factor, because I think every team kind of needs that X factor guy in the playoffs who just comes off the bench and maybe even if they're not expected to play, can still give you a punch. So
Yeah.
I think going forward, if he develops a little bit more defensively, he could be a part of this team's future. And I think this series I definitely expect to see him in Game 4. I would be shocked if we don't see him get some
Yeah.
run.
For sure. RD, you want to kind of go in depth about that too, or?
I mean, yeah, it's kind of the part of the series where you're kind of testing out some of the bench players. I thought Grady Dick would have got some minutes, but
Ah,
Battle came in.
he played a little
Took
bit
his
today,
time.
but look, I think with Grady, as sad as it is, we wasted a 13th overall pick on. I think the ship has sailed with Grady, bro. I
He's
think
still young.
he's
Yeah,
young,
I mean,
but
I
look,
don't know.
I think
Still
Ingram
some
took a
time.
I
lot of
think
his
it's
minutes
done.
away.
I think no. The thing is, he got minutes. He literally played a lot this season, and during the time he played, the only real value he gave us was towards the end of the season when he started just hustling on the boards, grabbing rebounds, just like spacing the floor. Even if he's not shooting well, just making himself stay in the right positions to kind of free up other players. That's where I saw the most value. And look, if you're a shooter in the league, that's not what your value
Yeah,
should
it's
be.
just all hard. That's
Your
just all
value
hard.
should be you being able to shoot. And a little bit about Jamison Battle. I believe in the season he was shooting 40% from three, which is like, look, come on, that's great. Um, but yeah, look, before the game started, we found out that Jacoby Walter was gonna start over Jamal Shed, and like 30 seconds in, he picked up the two fouls, and Shed was in the game. So
Yeah.
um, I
Well, he
don't
was
know, bro.
playing through illness. He was sick
Yeah,
apparently. So
yeah.
He
This
was
game,
playing through illness.
Jacoby Walter, 26 minutes, 0 for 6 from the field, 0 for 3 from three. Zero free throws, just two rebounds, and like literally no assists, just two
he
rebounds.
did help
No,
with the defense. Mitchell and Harden
defensively he
didn't
was
have
nice.
great games.
But
Defensively, he was
look,
good.
I know this is kind of like I'm kind of being a hypocrite here, but the way I see it, if we're winning games by 22 points with Jacoby Walter dropping zero, I think that's a pretty good sign.
If
I
we're winning
think,
games with Ingram dropping like 12,
yeah,
then that's a great sign.
12 points. That's a great sign for sure.
But a big part of that's RJ Barrett having an insane game,
R.J.
a
Barrett,
career for him.
Scotty Barnes, R.J. Barrett both got 33 points tonight. Scotty with 5 rebounds and 11 assists to go with that 33. I don't know. I don't know if look, the thing with RJ is he's always kind of been like such a inconsistent I know it's easy to say he's just an inconsistent player,
Well,
but
I
like
disagree with that.
he'll give you these moments, but then the next game he'll give you like four chucked shots on like just a horrible possession, and he'll give you like that like just kind of ick if like that makes sense. But yeah, I don't know, bro. It's just hard to trust RJ for me. And like, even though this series he's been great, like this series his shooting has been great. This everyone's shooting has been pretty good this season, or not this season,
Besides
this
Ingram,
series.
the
Besides
series
Ingram,
though,
yeah, but he saw a 3-pointer goal last night at the end of the game, so that might be a little bit of a confidence boost. But
hopefully, yeah, hopefully.
yeah, yeah, no. Finally, kind of towards the end of the Raptors run, Aiden, I know you were big on this guy too. I know you wanna. I'll get you to kind of highlight this to start it off. What do you think about Colin Murray Boyles and his performance yesterday, bro?
Yeah. I regret everything I said on draft night because I was not so sure about that pick at the
Yeah,
time,
yeah,
given given just the fact that like we're kind of overloaded that position. But no, man, he was incredible. Not only did he give us a huge scoring punch, which is not something you typically expect from him, but he played amazing defensively.
great
And
defense.
that's
Grabbed
just, I mean,
boards.
that's what you need to see, man. With bigs like
Yeah,
Jared Allen and Evan Mobley in the series, you need a guy to step up like that.
yeah.
Um, so, yeah, just great game from him. He's honestly quietly been playing pretty well this series.
Yeah.
The stats won't really show it in games 1 and 2. But I mean,
I
he's
mean,
been
they kind of are because look, game one. If I take a look at it right
Yeah,
now,
he's averaging like 18,
yeah,
6
game one he had
rebounds.
14 on 7 for 8, with 4 rebounds. Game two he had 17, and then this game he had 22. So even though the stats don't really
yeah.
do him justice, in my opinion, he's like the stats are still pretty good.
I mean,
You know,
What's the
offensively
plus minus?
especially.
The
plus
plus
minus.
minus in this
This
game.
game he had 21 plus minus. Last game he had -6.
Mm.
Which is not even close to the worst player. The worst player was actually Scotty with -17. So that kind of
Yeah.
lets you know about the plus minus and how flawed that
Yeah,
is.
it's
Not
You
the
know?
not
greatest.
the
Not
yeah, it's
Yeah,
not the greatest stat.
yeah. But look, the Raptors they're down 2-1 in the series. Still have a game to play at home. Um, I don't know if you guys remember this. I just want to kind of before we move on, I kind of want to talk about Colin Murray Bowles again. Aiden, you mentioned the draft night. We got a friend named Rakesh in the chat who put us on to CMB and made sure to let us know like, hey, this guy's gonna be great. And yeah,
Yeah,
so I just want
yeah,
to give a
yeah.
shout out to Rakesh. You know who you are, bro.
Shout
who's
out,
Rakash? I've
Coach.
never heard of this guy
Yeah,
before.
bro. I'm not gonna lie. You're not tapped in with the group, bro.
Rakesh? I don't know
Yeah,
who that is.
Rakesh,
Is
bro.
it
I'm not
a
gonna
code
lie.
name?
Listen. We got a listener.
Hey, if you know, you know.
We got a listener from the chat. He told me to throw in an Easter egg. That's your Easter egg, buddy.
All
But yeah,
right.
he kind of let us know about like how he thought CMB was going to be a great player. We all kind of doubted him a little bit, but he was right.
Yeah,
So
he was.
you know who
He's
you
been the
are,
best
bro.
rookie in these playoffs so far. Yeah,
Yeah,
for
for
me.
sure. No, I mean,
Legit.
look, VJ's been pretty good, bro.
He wasn't that great today
You could
though.
make the argument though that CMB's
Yeah,
been
no, for
better though.
sure, for sure. But yeah, no, Rock Casper, if you want to hop on the pod, let me know, bro. But yeah, moving on. Raptors game, we're down 2-1. We still have a game at home, game 4, which is Sunday, it's a morning game.
Sunday it was a 1 p.m. start, man.
Yeah, it's an afternoon morning game. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't really like those morning games. I feel like we don't really do too well in those. I don't know. Like I feel
I
like
don't even think it's the start time that matters here, man. I just think you gotta.
it's
It's we have
you got to
3
think about
days
it,
in
bro.
between these two games, so
Yeah, no, but you still got to think about it because look, players like the rhythm kind of gets disrupted in the morning games because they get to the stadium like or not stadium arena. They get to the arena like 3 4 hours early.
and
Three.
it could go the same way for the Cavs though. You never know.
Yeah, and I guess they're on the road too. So
My whole takeaway is, in this game we shot, what was it, 60%, almost 60%
almost,
from.
yeah. Let me take a look.
Um,
Actually, let me tell you the field goals. Yeah, we shot 57.5%. Damn, that's good.
and what was it from three? It was
61.
14 to 23 from
Yeah,
3-point
61%.
range.
Yeah,
Cavs shot, what was it, 14 to 45 or
yeah.
something?
They shot 31%. We shot 61.
So I don't
Yeah,
expect that to continue. I don't know if that's something to be afraid of because this game was close the whole way through up until the end. If you weren't watching the game, you would just probably think this is a blowout. But nah, it took until the fourth quarter for us to make that big run. Uh,
Yeah, best three
Obviously,
minutes left.
we know this team isn't known for its spacing, isn't known for its shooting, but you had uncharacteristic. And these were good signs. I mean, these were great things to
yeah.
see, but they were still uncharacteristic nevertheless. You have RJ Barrett who's shooting the lights out. Um, you have, I mean, Scotty played, I think, the best offensive game I've seen all season from him, like as a scorer. I'd love to see more of that. I mean, that's something I do kind of expect Scotty to do,
Yeah.
in terms of taking the next step as a scorer. But like, I just don't see us shooting that well again in a game. So I think going forward, you got to keep the same mindset you had at the beginning of the series. Just win the turnover battle in any way
Yeah.
that you possibly can. Win the turnover battle because you'll have a hard time beating this team if you're not winning the turnover battle. Um, and I'm trying to think of what else here. I mean, really,
It's just, yeah.
Cleveland. We know Cleveland had their 3-point struggles this season, and
Yeah.
we knew that in one of these games that was going to catch up to them, and that's why I expected us to take this first one at home, just due to the fact that like Cleveland on the road, that's where they tend to show their most struggles
Vulnerability.
shooting the
Yeah.
ball. So I think that this is obviously this feels kind of like a win or go home because you go down 3-1 in a series, you're talking really low
It's
odds
tough.
to
Yep,
come
for
back
sure.
and win. So I don't know, man. Just gotta keep the faith alive here. It was a great win, um, and I hope Brandon Ingram, going forward. I like that he knocked down a three in the fourth quarter there, even when the game was already out of hand.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think that's a good sign going forward.
Good sign. Yeah.
I want to see him be more aggressive going forward because I know he said if he only takes 9 shots, we're not going to win, and we won anyway. But that felt like kind of an anomaly, man. I think he really is going to need to be more aggressive if we want to have a chance in this series, especially without IQ going forward.
Yeah. No, I'm really glad you kind of mentioned the turnover thing because that was going to be my next point as well. If you kind of look at the series so far, first game 70, we have 17 turnovers, they have 15, so not too much of a difference, but we still have more, and we lose by 13, obviously. Second game though, we have 22 and they only have 12. So, and then now this
Yeah,
game they had 20 and we had 11. So
yeah,
it's literally just a turnover battle. Who can protect the ball better? Who can make sure that, like they don't just make stupid mistakes and stuff like that. And even in game one, even though we lost by 13, their points off turnovers was only 22, and ours was 24. So they didn't really make the most of their opportunities, which going forward, the Cavs and if we were to go on, like better teams, they're going to make most of those opportunities. So you got to make sure that you don't turn the ball over. One, and second, you like if they turn the ball over, you got to use your strengths, which is transition, and just capitalize on that. And yeah, again, look, it's game two. We had 22 turnovers, and they only had 22 points off those turnovers. So they're not doing a great job of capitalizing, which, we're kind of getting bailed out there. But that's kind of where we stand right here. Game three again. Um, we we had 23 off there. They had 20 turnovers. We had 23 points off turnovers. So it's literally just a turnover battle. Whoever can keep the turnovers. Final thing I kind of wanted to talk about in this game was the free throws. Um, Free throw shooting, we shot 57% from the free throw, which is it's not great.
Brutal.
It's not great,
Yeah, it
yeah.
was brutal.
And they shot 78%. So I mean, they didn't really have that much of a better game. Like it's not 78% from the free throw is not great either, but it's better than 57. So
Yeah.
yeah,
And
no.
RJ missed like he
Yeah.
missed like four in a row or something. It was very uncharacteristic of him to do that.
Yeah.
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 But
Free
he kind of
throws,
made
free
up for it
throws,
at the
it
end.
kind of has been like our fault in the season, like as far as like in my opinion at least, like every time I mean, you got players like Pirtle who are gonna miss the occasional free throw and stuff like that. You got Scotty who's prone to missing a few here and there. But look, in the playoffs, you kind of just gotta figure it out. I thought CMB did pretty good with his free throws because he earlier in the season he had like that thumb injury which kind of prevented him from. Um, he was kind of just not making as many, but now it seems to be fine. So yeah, no, I think up or down 2-1, we still have a pretty big chance considering the momentum that we're taking forward. If you guys were to predict, what would you predict for the rest of the series? So we had what? We have 4 games left. So what do you guys think is going to happen in those 4 games?
4 games left. Wow. I think it's like minimum 2 games left, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's if we
minimum
win.
two. Minimum two, yeah.
I like our odds. I think we have a good shot of tying the series.
Yeah.
Just protect home court and then go back to game 5 in Cleveland
Look,
and see what
Anything can
happens there.
happen there. Yeah.
yeah, anything. But the thing is, we have a lot of momentum going into going on our way, because even game two, like the end of game two, we were kind of doing pretty good. So I saw Kenny talking about this, Kenny Beecham on his thing. Like he was saying how we won 5 quarters like in a row.
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah.
really good momentum to bring forward into another home game, which we got a great crowd. And again, like just briefly going on, like I miss this crowd, man. This crowd is
Yeah,
Yeah. Me
crazy.
too.
Playoff
very loud, very
atmosphere
good.
in Toronto is amazing, bro. I was talking about it. I think Toronto in the playoffs is top 3 hardest places to play, especially when the team is like good. Like this team is
And
not
when
the
they're going
best
on a run, man. When they're
when
going
they're
on a
going on a
run.
run, right? Like, look, this team isn't the best Raptors team of all time. Like, not even close. But like the city just comes alive, bro. It's just amazing to see. Just the roars when I don't know if you remember that RJ3 in the corner, that roar. Just
Yeah,
it
Yeah.
step
it
back,
was amazing, bro.
side step.
Yeah,
That was
Yeah.
yeah. But yeah, that's the Raptors game. I kind of wanted to talk about the games that happened today as well. So we'll kind of briefly talk about them. We'll start with the Sixers game. Um, the Sixers lost today to the Celtics in a close game with Jason Tatum icing it for the Celtics. Um,
yeah. He
I
just
don't know.
tends to do this against the Sixers. I remember Game 6,
Yeah,
2023. He was playing.
Yep.
He was shooting 1 for 14 the whole game, and in the last five
Yep.
minutes, he hit some big shots. Won the game. Won the series.
Comes
Dropped
back,
50
drops
in the next
50,
game. Just
51 in the next
crazy.
game.
look,
Yeah,
bro.
the Sixers blew this one.
I'm gonna say it. I know this is like pretty like this might be a little bit biased, but this is not Jason Tatum's team. Like as I mean it is, but like when it comes down to actual basketball and staying in games, which is the most important thing, it's Jalen Brown is the guy that you look to, bro. And that's what I'm gonna believe that until the end of the Celtics, whatever you can call it, dynasty or run or whatever. Like Jalen Brown single handedly kept them in this game, and he was making some
Yep.
tough buckets. Look, I'll give flowers where they're due. I'll give credit where it's due. Jason Tatum made maybe I think 2 or 3 tough shots in the last 2-3 minutes of the game, and ultimately that won them the game. But they wouldn't have even been in that position if it weren't for Jalen Brown just getting like just giving them like unconventional buckets, like not pretty buckets, but 2 points nonetheless. And that's why I think personally, like, and look, that's why he probably won the Finals MVP as well. Just like plays like that to get them over the line, or not even get them over the line, just keep them in the game so that he or someone else can try to work some magic and win the game, and that's what we saw here. Um, so Boston's up 2-1. Do you guys think the Sixers can come back or?
No,
I think this game was their only chance to do
I
it,
think
man.
if they won this game, it would have been a longer series. I think they lose in 5 now.
I don't
I
think
do
so.
too.
I think they win Game 4, bro. I'll be so real
Mm.
with you.
I don't see it. I
I
don't see
think
it,
they
I
bro.
don't
look.
know. I don't see it.
I
This
think
was a
they win.
horrible game from the Celtics. Like if we're just looking, besides the fourth quarter, the Celtics were
Honestly, bro,
shooting terrible from
if
three. Derek
if
White had
they
a horrible game.
if they win Game 4, I could see this going to 7. I'll be so real with you, bro. Because
It's
Game
not
4 you
going to
win.
seven, dog. There's
Bro,
no way
that's what you
it's
said
going
about
to
the
seven.
Lakers. I said the Lakers are gonna win. You guys are talking about some. Oh, the Rockets have it. The Rockets have it. Come on, bro.
Oh yeah, they got injuries and shit, but
Yeah, the Lakers have injuries too, bro. Come on.
I think
yeah,
just
we'll talk about the Rockets after.
purely from like a basketball fan perspective, who's watched a ton of playoff series over the last uh almost a decade now. It's really getting up there with how long I've been watching this sport. I think
They don't.
you just
Yeah,
feel these you kind of get a feel for like a playoff series like this, and um the Celtics really just stole the momentum all the way back just by clutching that game out, because it felt like Philly would have been riding high if they won this one. It would, if they go up 2-1 in the series, all of a sudden things look much different. But I don't know. I just feel like, any Philly fan watching this would probably agree this was the game they had to have. And I don't expect Boston to play as bad as they did today. Again, I think they're going to come out and play a lot better. Now, granted, I still do think Game 4 can be a close game. Um, but I don't see Boston um, getting held to the point total that they were at. I didn't watch this full game, but I did see, it was kind of a lower scoring game in the third and the fourth. I think the second half of Game 4, Boston's going to come out a lot better, shoot the ball a lot better.
I think they're gonna blow them out in Game 4. I think Philly has
It's not a
lost.
bad call. Yeah.
I don't
No,
know, bro. I think,
bro.
look, I believe in the Sixers, bro. As much as I hate the Sixers, I don't know, something about them, bro. I just feel like they can kind of rally from this. They got the pieces. Look, they got good veteran leadership. They got guys that'll, kind of mentor the younger guys as well. But yeah, I don't know.
I will.
We'll see. We'll see what happens in that series.
I'll say
And
this:
then
like
yeah,
after
go ahead.
Game 1, I thought it was over, but they came out in Game 2, full game
Yeah, exactly.
on the
The
road.
Knicks,
So
the
yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Knicks are down two
possible.
one, bro. You never
Definitely
know. This is
possible.
playoff basketball, bro.
And Knicks are cooked.
Yeah.
The Knicks are cooked.
Knicks,
Knicks are
yo,
cooked.
Knicks
that's
could
a
be
topic.
cooked.
We could do a whole episode on the dumpster fire that the Knicks are, bro. I'm not gonna
Yeah,
lie,
Well,
but
we'll have to
look,
wait and
CJ
see what
McCollum's
happens
we'll
there.
trash.
wait. Yeah, we'll wait. But look, man, I want to kind of talk about to kind of end off the episode. I want to talk about the Rockets game that just finished in
Yep.
OT, with the Lakers getting the win narrowly, so ever so slightly against the Rockets, and now they're up 3-0, and the series is basically not basically. Look, it's done, bro. Series is
It's
done.
over. Yeah.
It's done. The Rockets can get
It's
Yep.
one
done.
game, maybe even 2 games. It's done, bro.
They're not even getting one.
No, I think they're gonna get one. I think they're
I
gonna
think
I
get
they'll
one.
don't
get
think they're getting
one. I
one.
think they
I think
lose
they're
in
gonna
I don't
get
think
one.
they're getting one. I
I
don't
don't
even think
know.
KD comes back.
Oh
5.
yeah,
He's done.
I think he's. I don't think he'll ever play a game for the Rockets, bro. I'll be so real with you, bro.
Yeah, you
No,
never
I don't
know.
think he'll get traded this year.
I don't know. We'll see. But look,
'Cause,
I don't want to spend too much time on the start of the game. Kind of more so the end of the
let's talk
game.
about the last, like, the fourth
Look,
Yeah.
quarter.
The fourth
look.
quarter.
The fourth quarter was crazy, but we gotta just talk about that Marcus Smart performance, bro. Wow, bro.
Yeah.
He single-handedly gave the Lakers a game in the series. Like, I know everyone wants to
Yep.
talk about how LeBron like won the series, and like LeBron's doing everything he can to win the series. This would have been 2-1 if it were for Marcus Smart and Marcus Smart alone.
Yep.
I'll read out his stat line to you guys, which is just it's just nuts, bro.
Well, let's not do that. Let's talk about the end of that game where he draws a 3 point, you know,
No,
three
no,
point foul
we
shot.
will. But I just want to read this so that we have it in our minds when
Yeah,
we
let's
when
hear
we
the
go.
stat line.
Yeah, look, 40 minutes tonight. All right, 21 points on 5 for 9 shooting, two for 4 from three, 9 for 11 from the free throw. So he was, and we saw
He was
like
at the
clutch free
line a
throws at
lot.
the end.
Yeah.
Yeah. 4 rebounds, 10 assists, 5 steals, and 2 blocks. Wow.
Yeah, that's a crazy ass stat
This
line.
guy is he. Oh my god! We all know about Marcus Smart. He's just a tough player. He'll get like the moments to just go for him. But now we can kind of talk about it, bro. The Rockets are up 6 with, I believe, like 30 seconds on the clock. This guy Stan Van Gundy already talked about, yeah. So the Rockets are actually they've closed it out now. Jabari Smith Jr.
Yeah.
throws it up for some reason. Why did he throw it up? And Marcus Smart just palms it, and he's so smart, bro. Like, no pun intended. Marcus Smart
No pun
is
intended.
so
Yeah.
smart. He draws the foul from the 3 to get 3 free throws.
Well, I don't know what the hell Jay Tate was thinking there, man. If
Two
I'm the
guys.
Rockets coach, if I'm Ime Udoka, I am
I don't
not
know
playing
why
this
he's even
guy.
I'm
in the game
pissed.
at that
I'm
time,
Yeah.
bro.
pissed. But yeah, man, look. So he gets the three free throws, and now all of a sudden it's like 25 seconds. So it's not even, you have a full shot clock, and the Lakers still have time to get the shot off. But look, the Houston Rockets, they could still win the game, bro. They can get a bucket here. They could win the game. 25 seconds on the shot clock. They go down all the way, just run it down all the way as well. With 3 point, they have a 3 point lead, so they just need a two. Bro, Şengün off the side of the backboard in the clutch.
It was pretty contested. But he had a great game, you know.
He had a great game.
34
Look,
points, 10 rebounds.
33,
They need to have a better shot
16,
than that
33,
that time of the
16, and
game.
6 and 3 steals as well for Şengün. So he had a great
Santos,
game.
that was with the game tied though. That was with the game tied in that final
That was
possession.
before overtime. That was regulation.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
That's 100% on me, bro. My head's going.
You skipped over.
The
They get a
LeBron thing.
steal. LeBron pump fakes, waits
Why
for the
did he pump
contest.
fake? Why did he?
I don't
Pump
know why he
fake?
pump faked, but he drained it nevertheless.
Oh my god, how did
That
I
was a
forget
crazy
that,
shot.
bro?
And he almost
That's
gamed
bad
them at the
hosting.
end of regulation.
Oh
He almost
yeah,
hit that
facts.
fucking fadeaway.
Yeah, he almost
whatever the
gamered
fuck
them.
he was doing.
I wanna talk about that too, bro. This guy's, like I was talking about it earlier. This guy Stan Van Gundy never forgets to remind us that he was a coach, bro. LeBron, he shot that shot. The first thing this guy said, I just got
Magic
PTSD.
theory.
I just got PTSD from 2009 of LeBron hitting that shot
Yeah,
from the
because he
same
hit
spot.
pretty much the same shot against
Every
his
It
single
was
team.
the same
time,
shot.
he's the announcer. He's always talking about it, bro. Like, bro, we get it, bro. But
Well, hey, speaking of coaching, JJ Redick, man, he's drawing up some plays in this one.
unbelievable coaching, bro. And
Yeah.
look, he's got, like, I know we always hear like players make each other better, like LeBron makes his teammates better, but look, it's like for the majority of it, the Lakers have had the same players or around there for like the past maybe 3-4 years, even before JJ Redick. But it just feels like he's elevated them, bro.
Yeah, they feel
You
like a
see
deeper team with him coaching.
deeper team. You see guys that you just wouldn't expect. Like, bro, Bronny had a great game today. He was actually
in
really
the
good,
9
bro.
minutes he played. I mean,
Some
he was
valuable
pretty
minutes.
good.
Five
Valuable
points,
minutes,
2 for 2, from the field, 1 for 1 from 3, and he was playing some good defense, bro. Like he was like covering zone. Like he didn't have like,
He's always been a pretty solid defender.
yeah, he was just
He's a great
he has good like, court awareness. He knows where everything is. He's not gonna make stupid mistakes on defense. Like he probably has a few times because he's still a young player, but he's not really prone to that. But
Jackson
hey, man.
Hayes was playing some great defense.
Oh yeah, Jackson Hayes, DeAndre Ayton. One of my biggest pet peeves with him, the mid range. He just loves shooting that stupid mid range shot. He always
Yeah,
shoots
he's got to give it up. He's got to give
He's
that
got to
shot up.
stop, bro. The coaches have to let him know, bro. Like, it's just give it up, bro. But
Yeah.
look, the Lakers take this one on the road, 3-0, and series is pretty much done now. And yeah, that's pretty much the end of the episode, to be honest. Unless
I
you guys
wouldn't be
have anything
surprised
else.
if it still went 7 though, because the Rockets last year went down 3-1, and
Bro.
they're able to push it to 7.
It's not going 7.
This
It's
ain't
not going
seven.
7.
I think you got to
I'm
put
just
that Kevin Durant bias in the bag
If
here.
this series
Control.
goes 7, I will, on the pod live, I will turn my camera on and go in my backyard and pour milk over my head and say anything you want me to
They
for
play
like
better
100 times,
without
bro.
Kevin Durant. I hate to
Yeah.
say
I'm
it,
not
but
even look. I'm
bro,
not
the
even saying
They
offensive
do.
if.
They
pressure
do.
is so bad.
I'm telling you, I don't think they should have ever made the trade. I think they were still a couple
Well,
years away from.
Fred didn't tear his ACL at the time, so I do
Yeah, I
understand it.
get that, but I just don't like I. It's not even just because they traded Jalen Green and lost their the guy who could bring the ball up the court. They just honestly felt like a couple years away from making that big move for like a superstar player. I know a lot of teams like to do that, but they just felt like they were a little.
Did it too
It honestly
soon.
felt kind of similar to what Phoenix did. Granted, Phoenix was a little bit older, but dude, I just think they rushed it. I really think they rushed it, and I mean, hopefully this doesn't end up hurting them. I mean, they gave up a lot in that trade.
Yeah. You think if they didn't go for that and they went for Giannis this year, do you think they would be better or no?
Absolutely, but I don't think Giannis would have been traded
I think
there.
Giannis and
I think,
Yeah,
Sengun would be a
dude.
good matchup.
But here's
that'd
the
be kind of
thing. No,
weird.
Giannis might become available. Who knows? Probably not in this offseason, but maybe next. I mean, we hear
No,
about Giannis
probably in the
rumors.
offseason. I think he's gone this offseason, bro.
I don't know, man. We hear
Well,
Giannis
he
rumors
just
all the
helped the
time, but
Bucks hire a new coach, so it's very confusing. So
look,
Bro,
it's
I,
just an example, man. They should have waited a little bit longer. Get these young guys, some more value, and then they make a bigger trade. You might not even need to. I mean, honestly, you just come up with this core, let them develop a little bit more, and
yeah, they
continue
gave
to.
up on Jalen Green after like one.
Gave up on Jalen Green. They traded draft picks. Like I don't know. I think they went from a really promising future to kind of a more bleak future, if I'm being honest.
yeah. But yeah,
Definitely
man.
agree with that.
Look, it's kind of running out of time a little bit here.
Yeah, rap.
But yeah, we gotta wrap it up, bro. That's the end of the episode. We did a nice little recap of the Raptors game. But yeah, hit that like button, hit that subscribe. Let us know what you think is gonna happen with the Raptors series and the Rocket series. And yeah, leave a comment as well what you thought about the episode, what we can change, what we can improve, and we'll see you later.